President and founder of Lighthouse Consulting. Welcome to the Keep Profits Alive training video series. I hope you enjoy it. And thanks to our sponsors for making this free to the end user, you.
What we're going to talk about today is success planning. I'm going to show you some ideas of how you can plan for success in your business or company. We're going to start by talking about, first of all, you've got to get your staff engaged. They've got to be willing to try to help you do this. They've got to know what to do, and they've got to know how to do it. So the next thing is you've got to have a clear plan. If you don't have a clear plan and you haven't shared this with your staff members, how do you expect to get to success? How do you expect to end up being a winner? So I think that there are some questions that you need to be able to ask yourself. I believe there are some key questions that if we all answered yes to, we would drive engagement in our staff 100%. We would know that everybody's headed the right direction. So do you have a long-term strategic vision for your company that inspires everyone, that gets everybody excited so that they're trying to build the company to something better? Where's your company going? Does everybody in the company know and understand that? What sort of company are you building? Is everybody on board? Is everybody trying to help you build this? Successful companies engage all their employees with a clear and compelling long-term strategic vision of what the business will look like in the future. Do you have a clear vision of what you want your business to look like in the future? These successful companies, they set what's called big, hairy, audacious goals, or BHAG. That's something that was coined by Jim Collins in the book Good to Great. These big, hairy, audacious goals could include your future vision of the company, the size, the scope, the number of locations, how many employees it will have, just what kind of business it will be doing, who your clients are, and how you're going to be perceived in the marketplace and among your peers. In order to achieve your BHAG, it needs to inspire and engage all of your people, not just the management team. Is your long-term strategic vision clearly visible to everybody in your staff? The successful companies clearly communicate their vision. They make it sure that it's displayed throughout the company on strategic plans, walls, websites, marketing materials, dashboards, even on your monitor screens. And the more frequently it's mentioned, the better it will actually align with it and have an engaging effect on your people. Are your core values clearly visible to your staff? Core values are the rules for behavior in your firm, the standard behaviors you want confirmed by everybody in your staff, today and tomorrow. Many companies use vague, generic statements that do not successfully drive positive behaviors such as honesty, integrity, or compliance. Real core values are well-defined, measurable behaviors that make your company unique and drive the decisions of all your employees every day. So are your core values included into your hiring and performance appraisal processes? A core purpose describes why your company does what it does, beyond just debt collection. Why does your company exist? What's the difference you want to make in your staff and clients? Staff members are more motivated and engaged when they have a clear purpose, one that gives them a reason to get out of bed in the morning beyond simply a paycheck. Studies show a clear and compelling core purpose can double or triple productivity. Does your business have a clear and compelling core purpose? I wonder. Do you have a documented strategic plan of the moves your company needs to make over the next 3 to 5 years or even over the next 90 days? A strategic execution plan provides a clear documented map of what your company stands for, where it's going, and how it's going to get there. What many companies mistakenly call strategy is actually financial planning. Successful companies use a documented and well thought out strategic plan. Well, you will soon know what that looks like, because that's what we're going to work on next. Can all your people recite your positioning statement and your brand promise? Successful companies know if they have any chance of standing out to the competition, the clients, and the employees, it must be clearly communicated on all communications. Their positioning statement, it must be there everywhere. Are your key marketing messages showing this? Is it on all the appropriate client and employee communications? So, does your brand, does your company have a clear goal statement? What is the position your business has in the mind of your target client? What perception do they have when they hear your company name? Does it separate you from the competition? One thing you need to be doing is using behavioral profiling tools, something like the Omnia report, which is the one I use quite often. Give me a call and I'll tell you how to access them. Behavioral profiling teaches your staff and your managers how to best influence the way the staff learns and communicates. Then the staff becomes more engaged, more productive, happier, and they play to their strengths. It's a great tool. You need to profile all of your team members. Another great tool to use to make sure that everybody has the goals of the company visible to them. Create a dashboard and make sure it's in front of every staff member in the organization. Let that dashboard provide measures for everyone in the company. You need to also clearly document who's accountable for the key roles in the business and what their accountability is and how is their success going to be measured. And what are we going to do what are the consequences for them not achieving success or failing the performance standards required by management? What are going to be the effects? There has to be a cause and an effect, and we need to make sure these are clearly stated. So now we know why we need to do all these things, why we need a written document, a clear, stated, written plan, and why we need to share it with everyone in our company. Now let me show you how we do that.
Well, I hope you're enjoying everything so far. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Thanks to our sponsor, Global Connect. Forget year-long commitments or minimum revenue guarantees. Try the GC1 Peak Dialer during our Drive and Sign event, and you'll get the chance to try Global Connect's new hosted predictive dialer without any fee or obligation. Make the most of the features. From our enhanced call monitoring module to customized agent screen pop, the GC1 Peak Dialer offers features designed to increase agent productivity. Monitor the results. Our detailed, real-time reports allow you to evaluate and improve each agent's performance. Break free of commitment. If, at any time, the GC1 Peak Dialer cannot meet your needs or expectations, simply stop using the system without fees, penalties, or commitments.
So let me show you what this success dashboard looks like. Let me show you how you can build a success plan. I can give you a copy of this later. Just let me know. Just email me and I will send you this template form. But let me show you something I've put together and show you how it works for me. So the form starts out talking about core values. So what is the core value of your company? A core value is something like going the extra mile or always bringing value, integrity, excellence, having fun, accountability, positive team culture. These types of things are what core values are. You need to make sure you understand what your company's core values are so that you can make this a company-wide project so that everyone has the same core values. If the company all has the same core values, then in the long run, everybody's going to make decisions that are headed in the same direction. So the next part of the form is your core purpose. A purpose is a result, end, a means, an aim, or a goal, an action of intention, action that is intentionally taken. That's your core purpose. You also need to clearly define this. Next, we're going to talk about what your BHAG, the big hairy goal. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Is everybody headed the same direction? Let me tell you, a consultant friend of mine had a firm he was working with, and what they did is they were in the service industry. Something, it's hard to explain, but something similar to, let's say, doing flowers. And their goal was to actually do business with 25% of the population of Australia over a 5-year period, which is 2.5 million people they want to do business with. And they were currently at doing business with about 1,200 people. But once they realized that that's what the goal was, they put up a big board and stated exactly how far along they were each and every day. So that everyone in the business, no matter whether they were an accountant or they swept the floors, was getting excited about growing towards that big goal. Everybody was excited about getting closer to it. It ended up making them hit the goal a year and a half earlier than they expected. Next is your strategic positioning statement. In other words, why does your company exist? Does it, and we're talking not just for profits, does it exist because there's a need in the marketplace? That's the kind of existing I'm talking about. Who is your target customer, or where is your target customer? Are they a big company, a small company? What type of business are they doing? You need to clearly understand, and so does everyone else in your organization, what that target customer looks like. And the next part of that is, what does that target customer need? What are their critical needs? They're out there looking for something. Are you providing it? Do they know that you provide it? Is it very clear to them that you can provide them something that is very critical to their bottom line? This is what you need to understand and need everyone in your business to understand. You need to understand what the key benefits you're going to provide that person is. The functional benefits, you need to understand what the economic benefits are, and you need to understand what the emotional benefits are. There are emotional benefits to making a purchase. We all know this. That's why we like to make purchases. So the last part is, what is your brand promise? What is it your organization can always do? Are they always timely? Are they always able to give a quality product? Is it a high liquidation rate at a low cost? Whatever it is, that's your brand promise, and you need to make sure you understand it, your customer understands it, and your employees understand it. Put it all together, you've got a success dashboard that you can share with your employees and make sure everybody's headed towards success. First book I want to suggest you read is by the CEO of Zappos. It's Delivering Happiness. It's a great book. It'll teach you a lot about building the culture in your business, something I find it's missing often in our industry, companies that I do consulting with. The second book you may have already read, It's Good to Great by Jim Collins. It's a wonderful book to teach you how to take your business from a good company to a great company. Enjoy your reading.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video series. We'll have another one again next month. Thanks again to the sponsors. Thanks again to you.